morning everyone. Today we are doing a really natural glam look. Okay, this is gonna be weird. How am I going to explain this? Like, it's definitely not like a no makeup look, but it's gonna be like inspired by a no makeup look, but it's gonna be more glam and polished, but it's still gonna look natural. No, I don't know. Let's just see how this goes. Basically, I'm going to be very inspired by looks like this kind of look and this kind of look, these kind of vibes. The beautiful by Brickell on Instagram, I love her. Here's another one. It's a really soft, fresh, no makeup, but glam no makeup. I don't know. I've been sick. My skin is showing that. I've got like the darkest under eye circles on the planet. I'm just feeling a bit flat and I just want to glow myself up, make myself feel really put together, and I just want to try out this look. Faux freckles, try out the new faux freckle stampy thingies by Colourpop as well. Let's just hope that the lighting stays nice for us today as well. By the way, my neon sign in the background, that was a gift from Hamish for my birthday, which was so cute. I love it so much. I still want to like switch up my background a bit. I don't really know what I'm doing there. I mean, we're looking at building a new place as well, so I'm like trying to figure out how I want my background to look there. Like, I don't know, I'm just lost. I don't like just paper backgrounds really. Like, I've tried it out a little bit, dabbled in it, but it's just not really me. I prefer having like just a normal looking bedroom in the background. I feel like I want to get rid of those cabinets at some stage and like put something else there, but I just don't know. If you guys have any ideas, please let me know, because you guys know me really well as well. Like, what would suit my personality for the background? I don't know. All right, I'm gonna do some skin prep first. So first of all, I'm going to apply some skin shimmer over my chest. I've got no fake tan on right now, so this is a good way just to make me feel like less dull in my complexion on my chest and arms and stuff, although I'm wearing this, so don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to be using this Empress Afterglow Skin Finishing Gloss. This is by Vani-t Australia. I really like this. I used it in a first impression and I was like blown away. So I'm just going to take a couple of pumps of this. It looks crazy, but it just blends out so nicely. So I'm using a kabuki brush to blend this out. Can you see how like I've just got a little bit of color, like a little tint, but it hasn't changed my skin tone like heaps and heaps. It's just glowier and has more color. Next up, I'm going to kind of prime my face. This is a product I've been loving lately just on no makeup days. It's by Glow Lab and it's SPF 15. It's a moisturizer, but it's tinted, and it just makes my skin look like butter. I'm just going to zoom you in a little bit so you can kind of see better. With this, you can't build it up, so what you want to do is take the amount of product that you want, because if you don't do enough and then you try to put some more on, it beads up and it like peels and goes nasty. So I like to take about 2.5 pumps and then I warm it up between my fingers quickly and then really quickly apply it all over my face and just try to like blend it in as quick as possible. And once again, this is going to give me a little bit of color to my skin without looking like, you know, over the top, and it makes my skin glow, and it also offers that skin protection as well from the rays, just to help prevent any, you know, early aging or skin damage. I'm trying to remember to use SPF every day, because even if you are inside all of the time like I am, is it UVA rays? Is that the aging ones? They can still like come through the windows and still age your skin. Even though you won't burn, you can still like get damaged skin through windows. If you do get a little bit of like the peeling bits, which I did, you just kind of like flick them off. Just like a bit of color just really makes all the difference. Even though I've still got imperfections and everything, I just look a bit less dull, a little bit less sick. I'm still recovering from a cold, so I'm just feeling like I'm looking sick. So this just makes me feel a lot fresher, wide awake, ready to go. But let's keep going. Let's make this a little bit more glam. I'm just going to prep my lips with some of this. I haven't tried it yet. The Jouer Champagne Kiss Lip Enhancer Shine Balm. It's got like little tiny gold shimmers through it, and I don't know, it looks so pretty. It smells good too. It doesn't really feel like super hydrating, but it looks pretty. Just adds like a really soft sparkle to your lips. Okay, now I'm just going to do some quick color correcting over my dark circles. I've got this Pixi Brightening Peach one right here, which I've used a few times and enjoyed, so I'm going to try this one again today, and I'm trying to like figure out how to do this well so on my wedding day I can do it, because I just feel like I often have these really dark like purpley kind of circles around my eyes, so it'd be nice to get rid of those. I'm going to use it on an angled eye brush, just taking a small amount of product and just tapping that over where I'm like blue and purple. You could use your finger as well, but I've got long nails, so I'm not gonna be doing that. And let's just see how that before and after looks. I reckon there's a huge difference. Look at that. So that's without the concealer on top yet. We're just using that first, and then we'll cover it up. I'm gonna do the other side now. And I like to make sure, like when I'm concealing or whatever I'm doing, that I get it right in that inner corner. That's where I feel like I get the darkest, right next to my nose. Alright, that looks a million times better. I really need to use this more. I'm just going to wet my sponge. So here's the before and after. Okay, so for foundation, I had a quick look. I was trying to find like a cushion foundation, but mine are all too dark for me when I've got my fairer skin tone. I have here the Clinique Fit Tint foundation. This also has SPF in it. It's SPF 40, so if you only to do one step, like you've still got SPF in there. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a small amount of this just all over. And I'm not worried about like too much coverage because we can spot conceal like the breakouts and things. This is just to really smooth out my skin tone, smooth out any texture, and yeah, just basically even everything out, but I don't want it to look like wallpaper. And this is a really nice light texture. I did a first impression on this ages ago and I haven't really used it that much since, but I do really like it. Like it's just really nice and easy to use and it just looks so pretty. So I don't know if you can see like the side's done. Well, I haven't really done my forehead, but the difference in my cheeks, like it's just evened out the redness a little bit, but my skin still looks like skin. Every time I wear these earrings, oh my god, I'm like talking and like smacking my voice box, so it came out really weird. Every time I wear these earrings in a video, people ask where they are from, and I think they're from like Pretty Little Thing, like a really long time ago. So what I would do is just go on like eBay or something and search snake earrings and just like have a look around, because I don't think they're still available. Why does it take so much effort to look natural when it comes to makeup? I swear. I feel like natural looking makeup is all in layering and just like texture. Using a lot of creams and liquids and things and just going slow and building them up. Now I'm going to be bougie and whip out my new Dior Skin Correct concealers. I really liked this when I used it in my first impression, full face first impression. I'll link it below. So I'm going to take the shade 2N. This is going to be my shade for my face. So I'm going to start by dabbing that over where I've got these little scars and breakouts and things. And then I'm going to take the shade 1N and just apply a little bit of this under my eyes, kind of doing like the inner and outer kind of corner, because we don't need too much. We don't want it to look like a big white cast under our eyes when we're going for something a little bit more natural. By the way, the foundation I used was in the shade Light Medium 03. I'm just going to take that same brush as I used earlier and just tap. You can use your sponge or your finger once again, but I'm just using this today. I'm going to use any extra product just over my eyelids because you guys know I get all these veins and they're really annoying. So that just helped to brighten up the area without looking over the top. And then just tapping out the concealer that I put on my face as well. And you'll notice how I left the concealer that was on top of the breakouts just a little bit longer while I blended out my under eye concealer, just so that that concealer can kind of start setting itself so that I don't overblend it and then you can just see the breakouts anyway. Like this helps to give it a little bit more coverage. That concealer sets so nice. I'm going to actually just take a little bit of the shade 2N again, just around my nose and anywhere like I get a lot of redness. See what I mean about how much effort it takes to do something natural? Like, come on. But it looks really good so far. So next up, I'm going to go in and just set some areas strategically before we start doing faux freckles and bronzer and all of that. I'm going to be using my Milani translucent light to medium powder today. I'm going to use it on a shimmer tulip brush, which is just the perfect size to kind of get into any areas I want to put it. So like around the eye, and also just like a little bit where I've got a little bit of extra texture like around my forehead, because apparently I'm just starting to get texture around my forehead now, which is really cute. Thank you, 28 years old. A little bit down my nose. Alright, it's looking good. Next up, I'm taking my Kylie bronzer stick. So I like the Kindle one in Act Natural to contour. So just placing that like under the lip, the cheekbones, and the temples. Also, let's do some on my jaw. I'm going to use my face definer brush to blend this out today. So just using the flat edge and kind of buffing it out. You can almost like just tap it and it'll blend itself, and then going in with my sponge just to finish off any harsh areas. And then just to add a little bit of warmth, so some like more of a bronze look, we're using bronze medium, and this one is going to deposit like a warmer kind of tone So I'm applying it like above where I put the contour and around my forehead and a bit more down the nose. And for this one, I'm just going to go straight in with my sponge and just dab that out really gently. I love this color. It's so pretty. Okay, I feel like we're going to need to put on the artificial lighting because you can't see anything in this lighting right now. Hopefully that's okay. So you can see the skin still looks like skin, but we have a bit of a bronze look. Like, it just looks healthy. My skin looks so healthy. So next we are going to do just something quickly on the eyebrows, which is just hairspray on top of a spoolie. And then I'm going to show you what product I love to kind of finish my brows off at the end. I like did this look on the weekend and I was obsessed. So I'm brushing my hairs upwards to give like that soap brow kind of look. If you don't like this look, by all means just go with whatever you're comfortable with. You could also use a clear brow gel, but for some reason like this hairspray stuff just, I don't know, it just looks so good. Something like that is absolutely perfect. Now I just want to do some eye makeup before we finish off the skin because I just want to let all of that kind of product we've already got on just kind of settle in and do its thing, because when you're working with a lot of cream products they do tend to sink in a little bit, so it can be nice to add a little bit extra later on, or you might find it looks perfect later on. Like, it's just good to let it chill. I think today I'm going to use some of my Makeup Geek eyeshadows and I'm just going to create a really bright-eyed fresh look. So this is not exactly like a no makeup look when it comes to the eye makeup, but I just want it to look polished, simple and minimal. So first up I'm going to take this shade called Vanilla Bean. I'm using it on a firm blender brush and I'm just going to gently tap this just like all over, including the brow bone, to highlight my brow bone and right on that inner part of my eye where I said I get really dark. And I'm also going to put it just here where we put some concealer just to continue to brighten that area. Just tapping, tapping, tapping. Alright, so that looks nice and even. Next up we're going to take just a slightly darker crease color and I want to keep it like a little bit warm because I just think warm tones are quite, you know, flattering. So this is Creme Brulee on the same brush. I'm just going to pop that all the way through the crease and just make sure it's nice and seamless. I don't want any harsh lines. I'm kind of winging it out. I'm going to add a little bit just on that outer corner, kind of winging it out as well. And you'll have something that looks similar to that. See how it's just naturally given me a bit more dimension? Now I'm just deepening at the crease ever so slightly in the deepest part using Latte as usual. So right in the deepest part of the crease and just keeping it there. Once again, just making sure to really blend it in really well. And then my signature smoky liner, I'm going to use Dark Roasted eyeshadow. And I'm going to wing out this outer part of my eye and just smudge that in so it's nice and soft. Just like that, real simple. And this color is like seriously bomb, you guys. I love this one. I think this is the first time I've used it and it is just so good. And then going in with that brush I use with my concealer just to make sure that it's nice and soft underneath as well. Now right on the lid I'm going to use a little bit of Bamboo Hoops by Huda Beauty. Just like the tiniest amount just to brighten up that inner kind of area, and I'm going to tap that out just using a small brush just to give my eyes a little something something without looking crazy. You can leave it completely matte if you want. Okay, I applied a little bit more than I intended on that side, so now I'm gonna have to match. And boom, full glam. This is the like meme and it's like, oh, me every time I try to do a natural look, you end up with a friggin' smoky eye. That's what just happened. I'm gonna apply a little bit just on the very inner corner. That looks so pretty though, I really like that. Okay, next we are going to... Do I wanna do my eyelashes yet? I guess. I'm going to go in with my They're Real Tinted primer today by Benefit. This is one of my favorite makeup products on the entire planet. That's how much I love this and believe in this. It is so good. I'm going to apply that on. You can wear it alone or under your mascara. I'm going to see how it looks alone. Maybe we'll add a little bit of mascara, maybe we won't. I just love the colour. It's the most natural like brown that you'll ever see in your life. I'm definitely going to use some nude eyeliner in the waterline today. So that's done. I used Honeydew in my waterline. I do need to clean up a few spots of mascara. I'm just going to let that dry a little more, and in the meantime apply some iconic London Cheeky Coral blush. So I'm going to apply this kind of where the sun would naturally hit, so focusing more like on the back of my cheeks, which is where it like suits me the most, and then also just a little bit like in more. I'm just using another shimmer tulip brush. I'm just tapping that. You can use these brushes for creams or powders because they are all vegan and synthetic. So applying a little bit of that blush kind of like over the bridge of the nose, but then focusing most of it back here. This is going to keep my skin looking glowy as well, rather than just using a powder. And how stunning is that color? It's so subtle and so pretty. You can build it up if you want to. I'm just applying a little bit more bronzer to my nose, and then going in with a Q-tip. This is like a little bamboo one. I'm just gonna get rid of any fallout from my mascara. Look how pretty that looks. Okay, now let's try out this freckle stuff, shall we? So these are the freckle pens. I've got one in dark brown and one in soft brown. I'm not sure if there's more colors than this or if there's only two, but I might do like a mixture of both. Let's see how they go. I think I'll start with the softer pen. So it's like a little felt tip, and I'm just going to start dotting this around my nose. You see, looks like that. And then I'm going to take my finger and just soften. The soft brown is actually still quite intense, to be honest, so I'm gonna just keep going. I hope this ends up looking okay because I'm really nervous. And then taking my finger and just tapping that out again. Like, they look low-key like full on, right? Is that color okay for me? I'm just gonna trust the process and carry on dotting, kind of going anywhere where my face would naturally freckle. So like the highest points, obviously the forehead, nose and cheeks, and then tap. Yeah, I don't know about this. Like, I feel like it just looks like a Sharpie, and that's the lighter one. I'm gonna go back to my Freck. This is Freck, this tiny little one, and I just feel like the color's a little bit better. So let's mix and match, shall we? The color of Freck is definitely better for my complexion. Like, it looks so much more natural. Can you see how they're a bit more warm rather than cool tone? Like, my freckles do go warmer. They're not brown or black. You can leave some darker. Damn, I was really hoping I would love the Colourpop one, but yeah, the color's not right for me. I'm too scared to try the darker one. I guess I could try the darker one just on my finger. Was I using the dark one? Oh no. They literally look the same. I just did, like, those are both the colors. They look the same. Now keep in mind, you are very dark up in my grill. Like, obviously in normal lighting, they don't look as crazy. I'm just gonna add more because I feel like they are often very dense, right, you know, across like this kind of area of the nose. Okay, so it was sunny as all heck just before, and now it's pissing down with rain. Makes sense. It's the first day of spring today, I'm pretty sure. Hallelujah. I'm ready for it. Honestly, if I had have just gone in with Freck straight away, I would not look like a friggin' hot mess right now. It literally looks like I drew dark brown full stops all over my face with that Colourpop one, and I'm so upset about it because this was going so well until that point. I shouldn't have just trusted it. What was I thinking? What I might do is just take a little bit of a pressed powder. This is the Nabla one in light, and I'm just going to pop that across and just hopefully soften the overall look just a touch. And then next up I'm going to take my Pillow Talk Beauty and Light Wand Easy highlighted by Charlotte Tilbury. This is so nice, and I'm going to carefully squeeze a little bit out. I get so scared. Highlight the absolute crap out of my skin, and I'm hoping that this will also just help everything come together. So every high point of my face, chin, cheekbones, brow bone, everything. And this works really well on top of like set makeup. It's like insane. It's such a good product. It's one of those ones that I even think is worth like the luxurious price tag because it's just so easy to work with. It feels amazing. Just carefully blend it out with my finger. Oh, it's just so pretty. It just melts into your skin. You can use it on top of foundation, like under, on top of powder, like whatever you want. Okay, that's really helping the freckles kind of not look so crazy. Can you hear the rain? Is that a hailstorm? Oh my god, New Zealand, calm down. Like, how pretty is that? Oh, I love this product. Like, I look like a glowing goddess. Oh my god, I wish the lighting was better. And I'm just gonna amplify my blush on the outer corners of my face. Does that even make sense? No. This is Groovy, the Glow Play Blush. It's so pretty, you guys. It's kind of like a creamy, not creamy, like Play-Doh. It feels like Play-Doh or something. I'm just going to apply some of that just up on my cheek at the back here. Just kind of layering to get a really natural effect. Clearly optional, you guys. Like, you don't have to be this extra, but I'm playing around here. And that actually looks really nice on top of the freckles because it helps once again just to make them look even more natural, like they are kind of sitting underneath the makeup, you know. Okay, so we are almost done. Oh my god, these freckles right here just like No good. No good at all. I'm just applying some more Freck on top of them to warm them up. So I'm just gonna let that sit there for a moment. Tapping them out. Honestly, I feel like that just made it worse. I'm just gonna take my little brush that I used with concealer earlier and just try to tone them down a little bit because they are just out of control. Honestly, faux freckles are just not for me. So upset. Do I need more? Like, this is what happens. I'm like, something's not right, and so I'm like, let's just add some more, and then it's just gonna get even worse and worse and worse. Tap, tap, tap. I feel like adding a few more did help a little. Okay, I just need to stop messing around with it. I'm going to set my face quickly. I'm just gonna use the Huda Beauty Glow Coco Hydrating Mist. I feel like it's spraying out really weird. I'm just gonna let that soak in. Now for the eyebrows, this is what I like to do, because once you've kind of like stuck your eyebrows like this, like they don't really like to be messed around with too many powders or gels or anything. You can get a very clumpy look. So what I love is this MAC like liquid. This is in taupe. So all I do is just like draw on the shape of my eyebrow, and I'll do one eyebrow so you can see the before and after, and it just deposits some ink, and it's so liquidy that it doesn't really look like much at all, but it just helps to really define. So if you love that fluffy eyebrow, like, can you see the before and after? Just looks so much more polished and like filled in. Hopefully you can see. I can definitely tell. Okay, that looks pretty. And then for the lips, like, I guess we just finish off with some kind of like stain kind of look. So this is the Elaluz. I so don't know how to pronounce that, but it's the cheek and lip stain. So I'm going to apply some. The color is so pretty, you guys. I saw Chloe using it, and just rub it in. I'm just going to layer it up a little. So I've just kind of like really lined my lips using the product, and then letting it sit to dry a little, and then massaging it in just to get more definition. I'm just going to take a touch of it and just add that to my cheeks as well, because it's so pretty, and like just over where like the freckles are a little. And then just to define, I'm just going to add a little bit of some lip pencil. Let's just go with this one. This is Rip Lip Liner by House Labs, just to add more definition. And then just to finish off the lips, I'm going to go back in with that Jouer lip balm and give myself that like glossy finish. That looks so pretty. I'm just going to take down my hair so we can get a better like feel for how the cheeks look and everything with like a normal hairstyle. Very different for me. No falsies, lots of faux freckles, a very natural cheek, natural brow. Everything is very natural, but it's still got my little like comfort blanket of my smoky eyeliner, a little bit of shimmer on the cheeks, and then like the body looks so fresh as well with the shimmer on. If the faux freckles came out nicer, I would like this a whole lot more. Obviously, if you want to recreate this and you're just like, oh, those faux freckles are like not it, then just skip them. Yeah, I regret using the Colourpop product, but you live and you learn, right? Do you guys think I can pull off faux freckles, or should I never ever do it ever again? Let me know down below. Yeah, I had heaps of fun creating this super soft glowy skin look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I definitely feel a lot more put together. I feel like I look far less sick. I feel bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready to take on it the day. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what kind of content you want next. I do have a few planned in the pipeline, but I'd love to know what you guys want to see. Do you guys like chill tutorials like this still? I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!